The concept of fundamental rights is a cornerstone of modern constitutional democracies, designed to protect individual liberties from arbitrary state interference. However, these rights are rarely absolute. The doctrine of the restriction of fundamental rights recognizes that for a society to function in an orderly, safe, and equitable manner, individual freedoms must sometimes be balanced against the collective interests of the community. Constitutional frameworks and international human rights laws universally acknowledge that the state may legitimately limit certain rights, provided these restrictions meet rigorous legal thresholds and are not used as tools of oppression. To prevent the abuse of state power, the restrictions placed on fundamental rights must adhere to strict legal criteria, often evaluated through a framework known as the Proportionality Test. First, any limitation must be prescribed by law, meaning it cannot be the result of arbitrary executive decisions but must be grounded in clear, accessible legislation. Second, the restriction must serve a legitimate and compelling public purpose, such as safeguarding national security, preserving public order, protecting public health, or defending the rights and freedoms of others. Finally, the measure taken must be necessary and proportionate. It must be the least restrictive means available to achieve the desired public objective without dismantling the core substance of the right itself. The delicate balance between individual liberty and state restriction becomes particularly visible during periods of public crisis, such as natural disasters, economic collapses, or health emergencies. In these moments, governments often invoke emergency powers that temporarily curtail freedoms like the right to peaceful assembly, freedom of movement, or privacy. While these measures may be necessary to protect the collective well-being, they carry the inherent risk of executive overreach. Consequently, the judiciary plays a vital role as a constitutional watchdog, continuously scrutinizing state actions to ensure that temporary restrictions do not become permanent fixtures of governance and that the fundamental liberties of citizens remain robustly protected even in times of duress. Like and subscribe. Reference Tube.